summer. I'll actually be in Reno in a couple weeks. Who'll die next? That's the question. Who's pushing 50? Hello, everybody. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 2 of the Bullyzone podcast. Right now, I'm going stag. I'm living that solo life. My partner, my boy, Lance Winters, he's out securing the bag. So he'll be here. Don't worry. Don't you fret. And once he gets here, we're going to dive, deep dive off the deep end right into Destination 6 Wrestling. A lot of our viewers are big fans. Big supporters of Destination 6 Wrestling. And believe me, I wish I could have been there, but I gotta be honest, I had a bit of a breakdown. Not really a breakdown, kind of a shutdown. When you go as hard as one Austin Largo does, your body just kind of has to reset, has to start over. It's a lot like the Shogun Assassin. You ever seen that? If you like Jizza of the Wu-Tang Clan, the Genius, his album, The Liquid Swords, he's sampling all of that. At one point, Lone Wolf, that's the main guy's name. He just shuts down because he's hustling, he's balling. He's killing everyone left, right, and he's not putting up much fights. One and done. He's got that samurai, that katana. If we're gonna be politically correct, katana action. But enough of that. I'm here now. I'm good to go. I got the gloves on. I'm ready to rock. I'm ready to roll. These are brand new. I've been hitting the gym. I've been hitting the bags, them Thai pads. I got my kicks. I'm like Bruce Lee. I fear the man who practices one kick 1,000 times. That's going to be me. I'm probably on, I got one kick, got it down 7,000 times probably already. 3,000 more times. It's a lethal weapon. They're going to want me on the other side of the wall. But, until my partner Lance gets here, let's dive into some wrestling. That's what we're here for, right? That's what the Bullies like. Next week, we got the Royal Rumble 2019. Now, I'm still waiting for my invitation, Vince. We've been big proponents. We watch all your shows here on the Bullyzone podcast, all your big pay-per-views. Royal Rumble is probably one of my favorites. A lot of people say WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Money in the Bank. Those are all cool. But no pay-per-view do you get 30 men in one match, 30 women in one match. Tell me, where do you see that? Nowhere. OCCW, they're going to have their Heartbreak City Rumble coming up. That's a 20-man, over the top rope Rumble. 10 more men, and it'd be a man's dream. But enough of that. We'll get into that as it comes around, but let's talk Royal Rumble. Royal Ramble. For you Tuesday, Wednesday nights. It's Tuesday or Wednesday. Someone let me know. But, I don't watch that because, during that Royal Rumble, I'm out hitting that bag. That's where I got to those 7,000 kicks. But let's dive right in. First off, I want to start with the men's Royal Rumble match. The creme de la creme. Now, it's really a toss-up, but there's only a certain few men who actually has a chance of winning. If I see, any tag team wrestler, I can just automatically assume, how in the hell did he even get in the match, let alone what are the chances they win. If I see an Uso running down the ramp, that's when I'm going to refill my drink, But it doesn't matter who wins. All that I care about is, the classic, get up on the top rope, fireworks going off. You just won. What are you going to do? They hit him with that point. Point to the sign. They probably got told that after your win, get up on the rope, point to the sign. I'm over that. It's always the same point. All slow, dramatic. Who are you pointing to? Or who are you trying to impress? Yeah, I can point to. I want to see maybe a double point. Throw some finger guns, that W. Bush action. Do double take point. Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw you, WrestleMania, you silly little goose. But double point. That's what I want to see. Maybe a under the leg, something. Let's get some classes with the Globetrotters. The Harlem Globetrotters. They know how to mix it up. Basketball. It's a boring sport, but when they come to town, everyone lines up for a ticket to that. But leave some comments down below. Who do you think is gonna win the Royal Rumble? I'll probably give it to John Cena. They probably want to give him that push. They really need some competitors to take on Lesnar. If the rumors are true, Seth Rollins, it's going to be a 2-minute match with Brock getting the win. Only John can go in there toe-to-toe with my man Lesnar. But let's jump over from the men's to the women's Royal Rumble match. Now, this is only the second ever women's Royal Rumble match. You got to remember that. So none of these ladies have the experience to go. It's a Royal Rumble match. It's a hour-long match. If you're going in number one, your conditioning has to be off the charts. So that means from now. No, if you're training now to this Sunday coming up, next Sunday, it's already too late. You're not going to get the conditioning training you need. You need to start it maybe last Royal Rumble. As soon as you got dumped over that top rope, if you're not Asuka, if you want to train just for whatever reason, you're the unfortunate soul who pulls number one, you need to start training to go the distance, go Broadway, as they say. But if there's one person who I think can do that, and might very well be that woman to do it this coming Sunday, it's Charlotte Flair. She has the legacy. She has the pedigree. She has the flair, pun intended, to go number one and win it all. Her daddy, Ric Flair, I've been pumping the iron, pumping the weights. I got them Ric Flair arms. I can't get them straight, so I've just been strutting, limousine riding, jet flying, to live that Ric Flair role. But I think Charlotte Flair can definitely do that. Easy peasy. She's genetically superior. She's tall. She's kind of a lot like me. I think she really looked after me and, shaped herself to live that Austin Largo life. Tall, beautiful, handsome, strong. I can really see it benefiting her. And if it's not Charlotte Flair who ends up, the number one woman, left standing, beating 29 competitors, I think Nia Jax. She has that knockout power. Ask Becky Lynch, the man. Don't worry, we'll get to her later. But Nia Jax, she has that legacy. She's from the Anoa'i family. The Haka, I did that. But she has the strength, the size, the power. Like they always say, the Big Show. How are you going to eliminate a giant? How are you going to throw that over the top rope? That's Nia Jax's role this time. And like I said, it's only the second Royal Rumble match. These women haven't had a chance to, combobulate, meticulate these plans on how they gonna get each competitor out of the ring. So I think if Nia Jax gets lucky, it pulls a late number, it's all hers. She's headed to WrestleMania. She has another championship match for her, or for coming up. What else do we have on the card? We have Brock Lesnar, my boy, Big Money Brock, the Beast. The Beast. I like that. Taking on Finn Balor. Now I have some notes here about what I think is going to win. I think Brock is going to win that championship and take it all the way to WrestleMania. Probably, he held the Universal the first time for 500 plus days. I think he can do that again like nothing. He's not a beast. He's a specimen that we've never seen before. He's been called the Vanilla Gorilla. That's true to life. Now a lot of people say, well, what if Finn Balor comes out as the demon? No man who wears that much makeup, sitting in a makeup chair for 4 hours just to look all pretty, do your arms, we get it. It looks cool, but it's going to take a lot more than makeup to take on Brock Lesnar. Yeah, and I'm willing to bet Brock Lesnar is a good Christian man. He's from the Middle East, not Middle East, Middle West, middle of the country. I think he's in Canada now. Probably got big pearly gates surrounding his property. He'll probably F5 this demon straight to hell, where he belongs. But that's my 2 cents. Leave some comments down below. Who do you think is going to win that Universal match? Universal title. It's like Miss America. Is it Miss Universe? Only people on Earth have competed in that. It's a universal title. If there's life on other planets, let's get them. Let's get them in. Let's get them some title shots. Title opportunities. Next up, I want to get into Daniel Bryan, your WWE champion, taking on former champion AJ Styles. Now, I don't like the message, Daniel Bryan. It looks like our producer has something.
We got a Joe Gonzalez watching the show. Joe says, "Go Rams."
Yes, Joe Gonzalez, good friends of Destination 6 Wrestling. Let me know how the show was. For people watching, I'm watching myself on the screen. I'd rather be watching that every day than watching the Rams play. But I'm curious as how that game is going. So if you have the score, someone let me know. But as I was saying, Daniel Bryan taking on AJ Styles for his WWE Championship. Daniel Bryan, he's the tree hugger, PETA endorsed, guy. He's saying, don't eat meat, don't waste paper, blah blah blah. It's like, man, don't tell me how to live my life. I need my meat. All right? How do you think I got here? I can't be looking like a twerp trying to bully. That's an oxymoron. Skinny bully, twerpy bully. An oxymoron for you morons out there means two things that don't, relate. Jumbo shrimp. But I do like the way Daniel Bryan can fight. He has a real shoot style element to him. Kind of like me. Except I'm not going to get in the wrestling ring. Yet. Mark my words. So I really think he has what it takes. He got them kicks. He probably practiced that one kick. The yes kicks. The it kicks. He probably practiced those 5,000 times. So he still got, 2,000 away from me. To really expedite it. But Daniel Bryan, he's going to walk out and head into WrestleMania. WWE Champion. This is a long show the Royal Rumble's going to be. They got 6, 7, 8 title matches. How about we take these title matches, take them off the card, and get more competitors for the Royal Rumble matches. Really make it you don't know who's going to win. Let's get guys from all over the world. Let's see if there's an Antarctic wrestler. Throw a polar bear in there if we need it. Get all the continents represented. I think a polar bear is a real game changer if we had that in the Royal Rumble match. Now let's talk about the Raw Women's Championship. It will be defended by one Miss Rowdy Ronda Rousey. She's in the new Mortal Kombat games. For you nerds out there, you could probably let me know what character. Sonya Blade. I don't know. I don't play video games. I have a life. But I will pwn you if we ever do play. Taking on Sasha Banks. This will probably be a quick match. It's Ronda Rousey. She's a UFC Hall of Famer. Her last 2 or 3 matches she got rocked. She got kicked in the head pretty hard. But I think she'll take that experience, know how to slip. And, if she wants some training, Ronda, I'm right here. We got some gloves in the other room. We got a mat. We can roll. My producer, Dondo.
We can make it happen, buddy.
Let's make it happen.
Bring him in.
Dondo's got your ground game, and, I got your strikes.
That's right.
What are our fans saying, Dondo?
You know what? So far, just Joe's chiming in. Oh, we got Steve Dodge. What's up, bullies? Marlon Miranda, go Rams. We got Marlon saying, I've seen Sasha Banks take a pounding. I don't know what he means by a pounding, but I'd like to see that.
Marlon, drop a link. Let's see what you're talking about.
That's right. Kind of
But
pounding.
I think she'll be taking another pounding come Sunday.
MK hasn't been fun since '99 from Marlon.
MK, come on, how hard is it to say? Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat. It's 4 syllables. MK. What, Michael Kors? You're talking about your purse? Your pretty little purse? Your pretty little watch? Come on. Can you drop a link to some MK I can get my mom? For her birthday coming up next month. Anyways, let's get back into wrestling.
Right before that, it says Steve Dodge, Rams versus Chiefs. We're hoping for that. We'll see what happens, buddy.
Yeah, we're
me.
That's exactly how I want it to go down. I'm a California boy, so let's go Rams. If it wasn't my Chargers.
SoCal in the building.
DJ SoCal. Now let's kick them out and let's get back to topic at hand.
Back to Bullyzone.
Back to Bullyzone. Thank you, Dondo.
Killing it.
We have the women's SmackDown's champion, Asuka. Killer Asuka. Taking on the man, Becky Lynch. I am not on board for... I'm not on the Becky train. She comes out talking, "Oh, I'm the man. I'm the man." I can't do an Irish accent, because I'm in America. I'm speaking American. I'm the man. I'll kick your butt. I'll put you under this armhole. I don't care if Asuka wins. I just want Becky Lynch to lose. But knowing how popular she is with all you guys out there, all the prepubescent, neckbeards, who probably have the man shirt. Those guys, Dondo, I don't know how often keep up with the product, with the Fed, the E, what like those neckbeards say. She has a shirt that says the man. Every one of the fans who buy that shirt, it should just say a man, because you're nobody. Now, if you're here on the Bullyzone podcast, then we can upgrade your shirt to the man. But in the meantime, you're just a man. So stick in your lane. A man, exactly. A man. You don't even get the proper A. A man. Now, next up, we got some tag team action. We got the Bar taking on, a newly formed team in The Miz and Shane McMahon. Now, the Bar having to take on their boss. That's a lose-lose. You lose the match, you lose your titles. You beat up your boss, you probably lose your job. So I don't know how this is going to play out. So I have it. I have The Miz and McMahon winning. Probably with, Shane McMahon using his daddy. "Hey, Daddy, we lost. Can we get a restart on the match?" Yeah, Shaney. Yeah, Shane O'Mac, whatever he calls him. So, looking like The Miz and McMahon going to be our new tag team champions on SmackDown. Another SmackDown title match. We got the U.S. title champion Rusev taking on Shinsuke Nakamura, shit-stained Nakamura. What can I say? I want some American meat in my wrestling. We got, is he Bulgarian or Russian? Polish, it's all the same. And we got Nakamura from the, Japanese strong style. Okay, and that's why you're not champion, because you're using that Japanese, kung fu style in America. In America, we'll stand up and punch you in the face and call it a brawl. We don't need to nickname our fighting styles, our combat moves. So, but I will say that those styles will come in for Nakamura as he walks out, U.S. champion.
Marlon Miranda says, "Ain't nothing wrong with some Korean barbecue."
I'm down for some Korean barbecue, all the time. Before I came here, I had, probably 32 wings, Wingstop special, watching the game. But I had to leave the game early to come out here for you guys. So I hope you're all welcome. You're welcome. And then, last confirmed match we had, the Cruiserweight title, Fatal 4-Way. Buddy Murphy, Kalisto, Akira Tozawa, and Hideo Itami. What can I say? These guys, they're little small dudes. If you put them in a ring with a real wrestler, anyone of proper size, put them in a ring with a guy my size, and it's over for. I can be your new 205 Cruiserweight champion in about, 3 minutes. I got the strikes. I got Dondo, my producer, to teach me some ground game.
You got it, buddy.
We'll make this happen. And especially if I did actually cut the weight to be a 205 fighter, I'm going to be undefeated 7 years running. But, that's all we have for the Royal Rumble card confirmed for now. If there's any more matches coming up, we'll probably talk about it next week before the actual show starts. The Raw Tag Team Champions, Chad Gable and Bobby Roode. See, they're nobody. I didn't even know their names. I didn't know it was two different guys. They'll probably take on the Revival. The Revival, they probably want to get out of there because they've lost every chance they've had. The IC champion, Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley, I want to see him. I'd rather have him in the ring with Brock Lesnar. Think about that. Two, behemoth men. Duking it out. They both had that MMA shoot style background. Let's make that happen, Vince. Let's make that happen, Dana White. Either way, in the octagon, in the squared circle, I want to see that happen before. They're both probably pushing 40. Now, if you want a real great fight or match, get me in that ring. That's all I got to say. Dondo, what, is there any MMA guys you think would make good wrestlers?
There is some transition from MMA to pro wrestling. We've got Josh Barnett actually right now. It's called Bloodsport in New Jersey, starting a whole new promotion. Have you heard of that?
Bloodsport. I haven't. I've heard of Josh Barnett. I followed him quite a bit.
It's a big animal. It's a big dude, and he's starting a new promotion in New Jersey. Comes out in February. Bloodsport Wrestling, pro wrestling.
All right, folks, you heard it here from our producer, Dondo. Bloodsport, starting up in New Jersey. I'm a big fan of Josh Barnett. He's a heavyweight fighter, heavyweight wrestler. So, now that we've covered the Royal Rumble, I want to, get Lance in here. He just showed up just in time.
Lance, our man.
I'm running on fumes here. I can't stand these guys no more.
Those fumes were pretty damn good. You did a hell of a job. Welcome back, Lance.
How's it going, guys? Thank you once again. It's your boy Lance Winters here with the Bullyzone, tuning in to Bullyzone Live, Episode 2. How you guys been? Sorry for the delay. Anybody?
I got guys talking about Mortal Kombat and rants and Korean barbecue. I can only handle it so much. So, let's get into some D6W action. I was telling them about my shutdown. I had a full body shutdown because I've been going hard, in every aspect of my life.
There you go. I heard about that. You're doing good though, right? You're obviously not in the grave. You're not in the hospital. So what doesn't kill you makes this man stronger.
I think I've been going hard for about 72 hours, so I just need a 24-hour shutdown. And I'm back. I'm good. I got the gloves. I'm ready to go.
You're looking like Undertaker right there with the purple tie and the gloves and everything. You're ready to make a nice comeback. I like that.
Undertaker looks like me.
That's very true. But
so
let's get into it. Yesterday was Destination 6. Hi, guys. It's in the comments. Can't see you right now. But Destination 6, the Impact Memorial Show, ladies and gentlemen. This is the second memorial show we've had in honor to celebrate Mr. Mike Impact Johnson. It was a big turnout. The crowd was packed. If there's anything I've noticed about 2019 is that all the shows have been sold out full shows. You know what I mean? Because also that same night we had Super Awesome Showdown, which was a full set. And then you had Ground Zero Reloaded, which was a full set. So it's good to see, because including OCCW last week, that was another show that was sold out. But enough about
indie wrestling is just thriving in 2019.
Yeah, wrestling is making moves, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you for the fans for coming out and supporting, bringing your friends off of WWE and showing them the indie sport. But yesterday, I was in Barstow, California, where there was a lot of, oh my God moments, to say the least.
This is awesome. Some, holy shit moments.
Yes. And
I like that.
You'll be quite surprised when I go through this.
Yeah, I was able to see some clips and bits on YouTube and Instagram, so I'm excited to see what our own Lance Winter thought of the show.
All right, well let's just jump into it then. Started off the show with a nice memorial tribute video after the 10 bell salute. The classic. All the wrestlers come out, pay their respects. The video was a nice tribute video. Most of the wrestlers, talent, friends had a nice little compilation of memories that they shared about Mr. Impact. So it was really sweet. It was a nice way to start the show. Very emotionally driven. It reminds everybody why we're here. You know, it's not just to collect a check, but to unify everybody and be here as a family to support each other. The show started off with a briefcase scramble match.
Yeah, that's something I wasn't aware of what it was, so that's why I want to know what's in the briefcase. You know, is it like the Pulp Fiction briefcase? You know, they got the gold. Is it, you know, Fear and Loathing, the drug briefcase? You know, the Dumb and Dumber briefcase, the one that belonged to Samsonite. So like, let the audience know what was inside, what was at stake in those briefcases.
So there's 4 briefcases hung on 4 posts, and each of them had their own unique opportunity, as you could say. So with everybody going in, giving it their all, you had the likes of LTP, HFS Stevens, Sean Black, Azrael, Sexy Chino, B.A. Marcus Frey, Simon Lotto, and they're all just going in there to reclaim the title. So 4 briefcases, 8 people. Obviously not everybody won one, right? So you got LTP was the first one to claim a briefcase, followed by HFS Stevens, the high-flying backflip Spider-Man guy that I love so much. Sean Black was able to secure the 3rd bag, and, you know, obviously we think rounded off the last one, Azrael, because he had all of DI with him to help secure that last bag.
Secure the bag, you know, wise words from a wise man.
So it's crazy. So now everybody's standing at the podium. Everyone's going through it. They open the briefcases right there in the moment. And then when you open the briefcase, it shows you what you won.
Mm-hmm.
So LTP was first. He opens his briefcase, and he has a title opportunity at the High Desert Championship. It's kind of like Money in the Bank. They can cash it in whenever they like.
So you're saying LTP has a chance to win the title off of Azrael, and then that means Azrael will have a shot at whatever title is in his bag.
Yes.
All right, let's see what else. What other bags were opened that night?
Well, it turns out Sean Black opened up his briefcase to find out that he won an opportunity to be tag team champions with any partner he chooses. And this is really great for him because, as everybody knows, Sean Black has been having trouble with DI since DI is always around causing mischief, you know. So
Sean Black has a tag team championship opportunity. Who do you think is going to be his partner?
Considering the people that are around, it's really hard to tell. But my best bet is maybe they'll bring back the Juggernaut to get Mikey O'Shea in the mix.
You were reading my mind, my friend.
But who knows, because Mikey O'Shea is in a heavyweight title match later tonight. I don't want to spoil the ending.
We'll get right into that. And you said Azrael was, and we had 2 more bags open, right?
Yes.
Go ahead and lay it on them.
HFS Stevens, he was the only one to receive a mystery. Because he opened his briefcase and he had question marks. So maybe
maybe it's a box from the Riddler.
There you go. And maybe he's going to have to solve that one before he can get some answers.
You know, I played enough Arkham Knight. I know how to get all those question marks.
I know. There's always an FAQ somewhere for you guys stuck on there. But the last person to open the briefcase was Azrael. And it turns out he gets the opportunity at the D6W World Heavyweight Championship.
Now, were there any stipulations for Azrael since he was already a champion? Walked in a champion. He's the current High Desert champion. If I'm to be correct, he had a chance to be a double champion, a champ.
Yes, that's right. Just like Brock Lesnar was almost a champ with the WWE and UFC, he could potentially be the High Desert champion and the D6W World Heavyweight champion, which was his goal. He was screaming that. He was ecstatic as soon as he opened his briefcase.
I'm on board for that.
Yes.
You know, you give me any chance to see twice as much Azrael, I'm buying 2 tickets. 1 ticket will work. Oh, shut up. I want 2 because it's episode 2, season 2.
Episode 2, season 2. Thank you guys for checking in. Everybody, the fans that are watching right now, how's it going? It's your boy Lance Winners. Just going over Destination 6, the Impact Memorial Show. So that's a great opening match. Am I right? You got the high emotion of the video, and then you have 8 people willing to give all for this unique opportunity. You know, and they all receive 4 different unique opportunities. Sounds great.
Wrestling California says, "What's up, Lance Winners?"
What's up, Wrestling California? Miss your family. Gonna have to check you out at Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. When's the next show? I don't know, but I'll be there with you, man. Make sure you guys all check him out. Follow him. He's a good friend. Always supporting the love,
Friend
baby.
of the show.
Friend of the show. If you're a friend of the show, you can pre-order shirts. Be a fan of the show. We got shirts coming out, ladies and gentlemen. We'll talk more about that later. But let's get into the second match of the show. We had a bull rope match, ladies and gentlemen. Big old Tony Reyes, the heavy hitter, going up against Aguilera. As you know, they've had beef since their first Impact show, going back and forth, but this one was going to be the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, you know, I've seen Tony Reyes in a number of bull rope matches. You know, Tony Reyes knows his way around a rope like I know my way around some dope, which is a lot. So if I had put money on it, I would have said Tony Reyes walked out with the dub.
And of
Lay it
course
on
he
us.
did. He won with the dirty underhanded tactics, the classic. The good guys over here tapping the corners, and you got Tony Reyes in the background tapping his.
That
And,
classic, JBL, right?
Yep, and he did not wait for Aguilera to get close to that fourth one. As soon as Tony hit that third one, he just hit him over the head with that cowbell.
Was it only 4 since it's a 6-sided ring? Did they have to do 6?
So since it's a 6-sided ring, for that briefcase match, there was 4 unique posts for like the main 4 corners, and those are the 4 posts that they had to touch.
All right, making it simple.
So
I want
no
to make
full
it
round.
too easy for these big boys.
Yes. But in the end, it turned out Tony Reyes picked up the win, knocked out Aguilera with that cowbell, and not too many people were happy about that. A lot of people were excited for Aguilera's return. Hasn't been here the last 2 shows, and
Well, I could tell you why. Aguilera, Spanish name, California, Spanish state. 1 and 1 equals 2.
the know-it-all knows it all, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. So with that being said, Tony picked up that win, being a dirty son of a gun that he is, which led us to our first OM gosh moment. You know what I mean? I can't even say it right because I'm so ecstatic. So, as you guys may know, last month at Glorious Redemption, Auntie Heidi buried Ashley Grace and her career after that amazing match.
Casket match. Dug her right in the ground.
Pile drive and send her home, ladies and gentlemen. So the champ, Heidi, is out having a little talk, chit-chatting about, oh, where's Ashley? Oh, yeah, I buried her. She's dead. She's 6 feet under. She ain't coming back. And Mariah Moreno decides to come out. Mariah Moreno's like, remember when I helped you out last show? You said you promised me a match. You work together. The classic heel thing. Yeah, you work with me and I'll give you a shot. Apparently Heidi doesn't remember that at all. Classic heel move with a big old smile on her face. So it looks like they're about to fight and have a big throwdown, and then guess who shows up out of nowhere? None other than Lucy Love, ladies and gentlemen. Lucy Love is the same woman that was fighting Mariah Moreno when she made her debut 2 shows ago, and just Mariah Moreno is just so disrespectful to this Lucy Love. You know what I mean? Lucy Love is new in the game. She's earning her stripes, and Mariah Moreno feels like that's
Is
not
this
enough.
Lucy Love's first time in Destination 6?
No, sir, it's their second time.
Exactly. Mariah Moreno's been there for every show.
Yes.
So she's being disrespected by Miss Lucy Love. She's trying to call her, shoot her shot, as the kids like to say. And Mariah, she's first in line, as anyone can be concerned. So, of course, I wouldn't be surprised if they duked it out to be #1 contender.
And that's what ended up happening. Lucy Love came out. She declared, well, since all 3 of us are here right now, let's make this a triple threat match and let's get this going. Mariah Moreno felt completely disrespected by this, as she feels like she deserves her own unique opportunity.
Yeah, one-on-one, of course.
Right? Why do you want to get a title shot just to have a 50% chance of somebody else winning it or losing it for you? You know what I mean? So it turns out that Mariah Moreno,
I think it's a
Love went at it.
33 and a third % chance, if I can quote Mr. Scott Steiner.
Oh, man, 33.3. That's not enough of a chance for me. I want to have a high enough of a chance as I can to win. You know what I mean? I don't want any factors, any variables getting in my way. So it turns out they had a #1 contendership match between Lucy Love and Mariah Moreno. Mariah Moreno, so savage, so viciously, just destroyed this young cub and really showed everybody why she's the bloodthirsty vixen.
I wouldn't have it any other way. Mariah, you can come suck my blood anytime.
Woo! Let's keep it down now for the kids. Woo! But it's okay. We're getting crazy. We're getting wild. We're going to get hardcore right now. Because the next match I has was Biggie Biggs versus Aiden Way versus my boy, Trevor Fury. And if you saw anything from last show, when they had the hardcore match between Biggie Biggs and Trevor Fury, man, it was amazing to say the least. But this show, somebody literally almost died.
I did see a clip of this, Go ahead and tell them what happened.
So it's a hardcore match, and it's not your typical hardcore match, but it's not necessarily a death match. So it's like a UEW, like anything goes kind of match. It's pretty interesting to say the least. But when the time came, there's always people fighting. Take it outside the ring. They get into the crowd. That's why I love Destination 6, because of the action is everywhere. It's in the crowd. It's immersive with the fans, and sometimes they take it upstairs to the bar area.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Destination 6 has a VIP bar section, probably 20, 30 feet up above the floor.
Yes.
So I'm imagining, we got a couple of guys, spalling it up there.
Yes, we got Aiden Way, Trevor Fury going at it. Biggie Biggs was on the floor. He was recovering from a nice pile driver through two chairs. So he's feeling the hurt.
He's feeling the pain.
Aiden Way wants to make a name for himself. In the last show, he interrupted in Biggie and Trevor's match, made it three-way. This one's an official three-way. I can tell a difference of energy. This guy is so hype, so nasty, just bashing him over the head with chairs. This fight broke out into the upper level, as we said, but it turns out that Aiden Way was not done with Trevor Boy Fury. I want him to feel the pain. Feel the pain so much that he dropped Trevor Fury down 30 feet onto two tables, which just exploded on impact. It was the scariest thing I could have seen.
Yeah, I did see that, Trevor Boy Fury falling through tables, falling into our hearts. Heart, wink, and point.
There you go. Nailed it. But oh my goodness, can I tell you that I've never seen a man fall so fast before. I have my photos, I'm taking photos, having a good time. And I got the ghost photo of him, as they call it, where I see him right there standing on the edge. I see a ghost shot. You can't find him in the picture. Then the third shot, there he is through the table, man. It just happened so fast. We pray the best for this guy. The match did end with Biggie Biggs picking up the win, though.
Biggie Biggs.
With a classic win, with a fun win. Like, who would have thought?
I'm surprised that his parents were able to name him Biggie, and he became a big guy.
I know, right? He filled in those shoes that his parents gave him.
Isn't that a lucky call?
Very lucky. Could have been called something else when it worked.
I'm gonna name my son Richard.
Richard, make him a rich guy?
Rich
Either that or he's going to be a dick when he grows up.
You got to be a dick to get rich, but let's move on with the show.
All right, this is a real oh my gosh moment for me. This one kind of hurt my feelings a little bit, but let's get into it. Tag team title opportunity match. We got Divine Intervention going up against the Felines, ladies and gentlemen. You know the Felines, right? Tell me a little bit about the Felines, from your experience, your point of view.
There are a couple pussies. Cats, kitties, whatever. But I do like them. They got some good skills in the ring.
Solid tag team, you'd say, right?
Yeah, solid tag team. And if I'm not mistaken, it was supposed to be a triple threat, right?
Yes,
with
sir.
KOS.
But it said card is subject to change, so it turned out just to a 2-on-2. The stipulation changed to a tornado tag, so that was interesting. You don't really get to see those nowadays, especially in cage matches. Like Cage Match 3, I didn't get to see that, so it was cool to see a tornado tag match that's outside of a WWE video game, because that's the last time I've seen one. But you got Freddie Flores, Freddie Helmuth going against the Felines, and it's just crazy. You know what I mean? It's going back and forth, back and forth. As anybody knows, Divine Intervention, Felines, they've been scrapping back and forth through OCCW for years now. So it's good to see them at D6W letting it all out.
Yeah, I'm sure once DI got done with the Felines, those Cavs were probably down to like 7.5 lives after that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they're vicious.
I think DI took all 9 from Osiris Mittens, but let's get into that. So as the match is going on, DI's underhanded tactics turns into a 2-on-1 real quick. Osiris gets knocked out. He's getting thrown. He's getting beat. He's getting his mask pulled off.
Nice. Well, that's why. If you don't want your mask to be pulled off, don't come in with a mask.
And it's just that easy, especially going against the guys that are from the gutters of Los Angeles. You
Exactly.
really think they're going to honor your Lucha Libre ways?
Us bullies know. If you have lunch money, we're going to take it. So that's why you pack your lunch. But then we're going to take your packed lunch. So either way, it's a lose for you guys. But
and that's
DI knew exactly that.
And that's kind of like the results for the Felines, because just like that, they lost, But it was weird. When Osiris had his mask off, he looked familiar. He looked like somebody I've seen before singing at MPW, So he looked familiar to me, but I don't know, man. As soon as the mask was off and he was still getting pummeled and tag teamed, he was like resetted, Like he was just like, he wasn't responsive. He was kind of like frozen there, you know what I mean? So when his partner comes in, evens out the odds, he's trying to put the mask back on his buddy.
It's too late. Bullyzone's there catching photos, so we probably got some shots of his ugly mug. That's probably why he's got a mask.
Yeah, if you guys can check that out, you guys got your own footage of that. We got footage of that as well. But the unmasked Osiris Mittens, that was done for him. He turned on his partner, hit him with a rock bottom, and left him with the 1, 2, 3.
Rock bottom, I'm going to pin him down. Shout out 6ix9ine, free 6ix9ine.
Free 6ix9ine, ladies and gentlemen. But, yeah, man, talk about the end of an era. The Felines have officially split up.
Well, that's one less team that DI has to hurt. So I'm glad that happened. It's more for the safety of the felines.
Yes, but
They
it's
don't have
just,
to run in with DI anymore.
it's a total what the hell moment, because honestly, I never expected to see the felines break up, and to see the felines break up on a heel switch like that. Good job, D6. That was great planning. So that's going on. Divine Intervention won, but they're still jumping the felines. Osiris is jumping the felines. LTP comes out and cashes in on his briefcase
Mm-hmm.
for the D6W High Desert Championship.
Yeah, because I'm assuming Azrael was out there with his boys.
Yes. So LTP came in during that post-match beatdown. He got a quick 1-2-3 on Azrael and became the new High Desert Champion.
Wow, that just kind of ruined my night.
This part of the show is really troubling for me, because it was really cool to see the feline split, and that heel split was really perfect. Nobody would have guessed the felines are going to split like that. But then just to have LTP come in and take the championship from Azrael really shows LTP shaking things up.
I'm really just having a tough time wrapping my head that Azrael just lost championship.
I know, man, but
Let's move on with the next match on the card. I'm just so
let's just get right over it.
I need some chicken wings after this. Cheer me up. So
I got something to cheer you up. Big old Mikey O'Shea has a title match against Richie Slade. That's right. It's going to be for the D6W Heavyweight Championship. And guess who won?
well,
Just think. It'll make you feel better. Big boy Mikey O'Shea could not pick up the win, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. With B.A. Marcus Frey by Richie's side. There's just no way, man. Othello may be out of the game right now. Wish you some speedy recovery, my friend.
exactly. I was gonna ask, was Richie able to get some help with him? And you just answered my question. Yes, that just means he's probably the smartest D6W champion of all time.
That's right.
He knows he doesn't have the power advantage on Mikey O'Shea. Maybe even the speed advantage. Mikey O'Shea is deceptively quick.
That's true.
For a man his size. But Richie, king of leather, probably king of brains as well. Getting B.A. Marcus Frey on his side.
Yeah, recruiting the primetime players was a good.
Primetime players.
That was definitely a good call for him. You know what I mean? Gave him that insurance policy that he needed to
Probably
get the win.
primetime player right now. For the time being.
Primetime player. That's right. Seeing as Othello's out of action for the rest of the year, wish you speedy recovery on that torn quad. But Richie Slade picked up the win with that sliced bread at the end of the day, retaining his championship.
Now I'm excited to hear the results of the Scramble Rumble.
Yes.
So go ahead and lay us on it. How to go down and ultimate. Who was the first ever Destination 6 wrestling Rumble winner?
Well, there's the classic rules. 2 men enter. Every 30 seconds, somebody keeps coming in and comes in and comes in until everybody's in the ring.
Now, I have were any of the competitors from that night's action in the Rumble itself?
Okay. I'm going to talk about that.
Because I'm trying to make a prediction because I haven't seen the results yet. So was that the case?
Yes, there were people that haven't wrestled yet, like Angel Atu was there. And he was supporting DI the whole night, but when the main event came, he threw in his hat, gave himself a chance to go over. There was also people like Tony Reyes who ended up participating and placed second place. He was right there with him. Human Tornado and
NATO, shout out NATO.
I don't know if you call this like his second match of the night or his first match of the night, but Frankie Frank was there.
Frankie Frank. Now that you said that, I would put my money on Frankie Frank.
Yes.
I really like that cat. I really like.
He's not a cat anymore.
Good one. Yeah, I like his swag. He dresses real nice. He's got the ties on like the bullies.
That's right, all tucked up.
Enough suspense. I want to know who is the first ever Mr. Impact Memorial Champion.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, with that 3-way left, it was just the Human Tornado, Tony Reyes, and Oso Loco.
Now, if I'm watching Tony Reyes and Oso Loco, those are probably, were they the biggest guys in that Rumble? Pound for pound.
Yeah, with BA probably rounding off the third, but because Aguilera wasn't part of this one.
Exactly.
But yeah, he was between those two guys at the end. Just a fun fact: Oso was also the first one to come into the match. So let's just throw that out there. As we build the suspense of how this could have possibly.
Because he's probably been doing his conditioning since last year.
That's
we talked
right.
about this before you got here, but he probably travel in the future, watch this episode, flew back. But, final three, Oso, Rays, and Tornado. Who won? Drum roll.
Your first ever Destination 6 Scramble match winner from the Impact Memorial Show is Oso Loco, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. He took home that beautiful trophy that you guys can see all over social media.
Exactly. I wouldn't have it any other way. He's a big man, lots of man. How can you eliminate that?
They've been times where there were 2 or 3 guys trying to eliminate him, but Oso Loco had that fight, that heart, and that energy to push through the other 19 competitors.
Well, you heard it here, folks. Overall, what would you, a couple words as to the whole atmosphere of this show? The whole experience.
It was sold out, positive energy everywhere, to the point where I was not even feet away from members of UEW's faction. Lost my train of thought right here. But but being in the ring, being around these people, it didn't matter about our feuds last year that we had. What are these guys? They're on the tip of my tongue. UEW, big tough guys. They'll break my brains if I say something wrong. Skull guys. Let's call them Skull guys. They come in with their patches. You know what I'm talking about.
Well, I'm trying to get
feud.
I get where you're going, but I'm asking you to describe the whole night. Now you're just talking about that.
What I'm saying, what I'm trying to get is that there is so much positivity, there's so much love, so much energy going on, that when we looked eye to eye at each other, we shook hands and we hugged each other and said thanks for being here. You know what I mean? So with that being said, maybe I got my open arms into the next UEW show, make amends. Destination 6 is changing the way people look at each other, because not every day is guaranteed. And in this community, it's better to be together than to stand by yourself and fall. So the overall energy, the overall hype, it was just amazing. You know what I mean? Full of positivity. We had no altercations outside the ring. We had nothing crazy with fans. If anything, we had return fans, loyalists of D6W that were really blowing up the crowd. You know what I mean? Like D6W has their own hype crowd now.
Well, I'm glad it turned out to be a great night. For anyone who hasn't been to a Destination 6 show, get to it. What are you waiting for? Get on the road, hit the Barstow. It's only 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, depending on where you're at. Check out the show. We got fans from Arizona coming out last night.
That's right. Shout out to Kelby. He made it all the way out here.
But that's Destination 6. I won't miss the next show. Now, you weren't here when I had a chance to talk about the Royal Rumble.
Yes.
I want to get your opinion, your predictions on, who's going to walk out, who's going to, be, shout out to Impractical Jokers, tonight's biggest loser next Sunday. So men's Royal Rumble match, Lance, who do you got and why?
Well, men's Royal Rumble, all I know for sure is that R-Truth is going to be coming in at the 30th position, the coveted last spot, due to his mixed tag team winning with Carmella. So I can assume he's going to be 30th, just like Carmella's going to be 30th on hers. We won't find out till Twitter on that Sunday, but that doesn't necessarily mean I pick R-Truth. I like to go for the wild card. I like to go for that return guy. So who knows? Every year there's always a mystery guy that comes back from the fray. We had Rey Mysterio in the past, John Cena even before that. So I always throw my money on that wild card, because usually that guy that's in there is meant to stir things up for WWE in the future, whether or not he wins that match. So my guess is on the wild card returner, the one that's not on the roster right now.
I like that. Thinking outside the box.
That's right.
Don, do we got any words from the fans?
Only word from the fans is Joe Gonzalez says the Rams are going to the Super Bowl.
All right. Put LA on the map. It's been how long since LA's had a championship team? But
longer than I can remember.
Exactly. But let's go Rams. Let's go Chiefs. That game's probably starting right now, actually.
Yeah, let's go Chiefs. Nobody wants to see the Patriots back.
I will pay. If they win,
Tom Brady taken out of the game.
Let's do it. But let's get back into action. Women's Royal Rumble match. It's only the second ever Women's Royal Rumble match. Before you came, I had talked about how these women, they don't know what it takes, to last in a Royal Rumble match. It's an hour-long match. So if you're pulling number 1, number 2, if you don't have your conditioning down, you're screwed. But, that was just my 2 cents. So who do you think is going to walk out and have the number 1 contendership for the championship of their choosing, winning the Women's Rumble match?
You know what I mean? It's a tough call. All these women here definitely deserve a chance at getting this title shot at the grandest stage of them all. But when you talk about, like you said, someone who's strong enough to endure and get over it and overcome to potentially win, I'd have to go between Charlotte or Alexa Bliss. Those are two women that have formerly held titles, two women that are hungry to get titles back, and two women that I think will be able to manipulate and or endure the other competitors to get to the end.
I had my money on Charlotte, so great minds think alike, bullies.
That's right.
We've been taking your guys' brains and manufacturing. We got a guy in the lab. He's cooking something up, but I like what you said about that wild card. So I might have to next week. Royal come around, I might change my pick. I had picked John Cena just because he seems like the only one who can actually take on Lesnar.
Mm-hmm.
And that brings us into the next match I wanted to get your opinion on. Brock Lesnar, Universal Championship match, defending his title against Finn Balor.
Oh, man, dude. So, in case anybody doesn't know, Finn Balor was the first ever champ with this belt and hasn't seen it since. He's been sandbagged. He's been pushed aside. He's been having stupid little feuds that don't mean anything with the likes of Baron Corbin and such. So, hopefully, if he gets this push, keep it and run with it. You know what I'm saying? Because Balor has been sidelined for too long with his, if you know his past with NXT, phenomenal. His past with New Japan, phenomenal. You ask anybody about his run since he signed WWE, you'd say rainbow shirts. That's about his biggest pop, that he's had since losing that belt. So all I'm going to say is if he's going to be the one to take it, he better run with it and not be a paper champ and lose it the next day or the next show. But in all honesty, I can definitely see Lesnar taking it home. I mean, if Lesnar can overpower guys like Reigns and Strowman, what's to say he can't overpower Balor? But who knows? Because Balor might be coming in that beast mode, that demon form.
Yeah, great. That's exactly I had pointed out too. I don't want to spend too much time on the Rumble. Yeah. Let's get into one more big match. That we have Bryan and Styles.
Yes.
Who you think is gonna take that?
Bryan and Styles. I actually I've been watching SmackDown, like I said, been keeping up on it. And Styles he's the winner in my book, honestly. When he was a champ, though, I wasn't really in his corner. I didn't like the whole house to AJ Styles built and all this body. Wasn't really with it. But seeing him lose a championship reminded me of how much I need him to be the champion. So I want to see AJ Styles take out Bryan. I don't want Bryan to tell me what I can do, what I can wear, what I can eat, what I can shop for. You know what I'm saying? So I got Styles in here. I need him back. I didn't know I needed him back till he was gone.
Yeah, that's not what I said. But I value your opinion, good sir. It's 2019. I gotta say, I respect what you said. I respect what you said.
You don't have to mean it. You just gotta say it.
Exactly.
Especially in the.
I never said I mean it. I just said I acknowledge what you said. But we've already talked enough about the GD Royal Rumble. Now let's get into some upcoming shows. What do we got coming up?
The next super upcoming show is 3PW's Unfinished Business. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. 3PW is reborn, rise from the ashes, from the high desert back down to California, ladies and gentlemen. You can check them out at 5938 Park Crest Street in Long Beach, California, 90808. It's going to be from 7 o'clock to 10 p.m.
Mafia.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
Get me in the studio. Get me in the booth.
Come on down, say hi to us, Juicy J. But anyways, we got it going on. It's going to be the first show ever, 3PW making their massive return. The match I want to see the most is a match I haven't seen yet. Lois Grain going up against Mara Moreno for the Vixens title. That's going to be a nice little shake-up.
Vixens title, the Bloodthirsty Vixen. It's already written. Her name's already written on it. Mariah Moreno's going to, walk out your champ, your first ever Vixen champ.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This is not a women's division, by the way. This is a Vixen division. Don't get it mistaken with any other kind of brand. This is their own little special personalization. So, with that being said, I can agree that Mariah Moreno might be pulling out that win. Either way, it should be hella entertaining to see because if anything, the Queen of Butt stuff's got a trick or two up her sleeve.
Or up her pants, right?
up something, you know what I'm saying? Hey.
Up the duff.
CeeLo Brown's scheduled to be there.
CeeLo Brown.
That's right.
CeeLo Brown.
CeeLo Brown.
It's D'Lo Brown.
CeeLo Brown, D'Lo Brown, Elo Brown. They're all brown. They're all going to be there. It's going to be great. Again, my name is mixed up. But want to backtrack just a second about what happened this weekend. PCW had their Ultra anniversary. That was super cool. You know, I couldn't make it, unfortunately. I wish I did, especially seeing that Douglas James has made his in-ring debut return.
Yeah, I saw the way they did it. I don't know if it was just miscommunication. You know, his music starts, you know, I need a hero. You know, that was his new theme song. He comes rushing out the curtains, and Spotlight, you know, misses the curtain. So,
Oh, man.
what should have been a huge pop of the night, you know, poor communication. But, you know, Douglas James, I'm glad he's back. You know, a Phoenix reborn. You know, relentless.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't like it at all. Should have chosen another date because he stepped all over Fidel Bravo's, you know, debut at PCW Ultra. You know what I mean? These guys, if you don't know, have hot-headed debuts, whether it's in person or online. So Douglas James stole that shine. That light, that spotlight was meant to be on Fidel Bravo's face, and it was not. And it was on Douglas James' face either. It turned out to be a crazy four-way match, but I just wanted to point that out. That Douglas James did make his return to wrestling this year. It's ready. It's still January, baby. I thought it was going to take him to at least March or summertime, but if you guys been following him on social media, he's been working hard every day. He's got a bunch of inspirational quotes that you guys can check out. Hit up Douglas James. He's reloaded and relentless.
He's a cool dude. You know, drop kick the world. Buy him a slice of pizza.
At least.
Nah, don't buy him a slice of pizza. Buy us a slice of pizza. I'm hungry, boy.
We also had Lucha Pro that went on this Friday. Another show that was packed, sold out. The beautiful Katarina was there. And, woo, it's a show I wish I would have went to, man.
You know, everyone must be, you know, getting their tax money already. You know, that's how everyone, you know, affording tickets to these shows. 2019 has just been so popping, and it's only... You know,
Third week.
It's the, what was it, the 20th day of the month.
Yeah, and
20th day of the month,
that's
y'all.
not even officially the third week. We're still 2 and 7, 6/8 of the way. Oh, man. Pro Wrestling Guerrilla was crazy. That happened this weekend.
P-Dub-G, Brody King.
Ground Zero Reloaded had their little moment. They now have the PCW lights over their...
Hey, you know, adapt, evolve, overcome, improvise. You know, shout out to Bell Grills.
And then Super Awesome Showdown to round that off. Super Awesome Showdown. This is their new season. Every year they start off fresh with a new show. And Neo Genesis was amazing to say the least. It was another show that was fully packed house, standing room only.
If I come to the show and stand room only, I'm talking to the manager. I'm talking to whoever's in charge. Someone's losing their seat because I'm not standing.
Nope.
I need a rolling chair, you know, like our producers got. I need chairs with wheels. I need someone pushing me because I don't want to get up at all. Someone's going to push me to the restroom, to the snack bar, to the merch table. That's all I'm saying. I ain't down with the standing room only. But, you know, if it was my show, I'd be more
let everybody fit them all in.
I'd be more than happy to sell some standing room only tickets.
Yeah, so Super Awesome Showdown's got to be amazing, guys. I encourage everyone to check it out. It's in San Diego. Their talent comes from the Level Up School. That's not that far away. Hosted by Big Boy Benny. You know what I mean? B-Boy, if you guys are familiar with the man. So check it out. There's a lot of stuff going on in San Diego. Like I said, Ground Zero Reloaded and Super Awesome Showdown were both full, sold-out shows. And they both have talent being trained at the Level Up School in San Diego as well. So if you guys are in the San Diego area and complain that all wrestling's in Orange County or in Los Angeles County, there you go.
Yeah, so you're here first, folks. We're awesome. We got a few minutes left. You see any good memes lately?
Any good memes lately?
You know, any like new memes that you like? You know, there's not much, but it's honest work.
I like that one. Okay, yeah. I like that one. No, I can't say that I've been seeing any original memes. I usually make my own, using our photographs to keep things interesting throughout the week. But if we're talking news and we got a couple minutes to talk randomly, I'm a big fan of Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat had a reveal on the 17th a couple days ago.
This guy, you missed our whole conversation about.
I'm gonna have to rewatch the show. You guys are gonna see me putting in comments there that correspond to that. But one of the biggest things I was excited about was to hear. What?
You know, we got like Marlon. He's calling it MK, Michael Kors, but you know,
MK11, baby.
Yeah,
it's gonna be fantastic, and the reveal was in Los Angeles. I was this close to going, guys. Honestly, I swear, I was this close to attending, But work is kind of like bullshit. But anyways, the best part about the reveal, I just want to throw out real quick, is that Sonya Blade's character will be voiced by none other than WWE Women's Superstar Ronda Rousey.
That's Sonya Blade. I asked that before you got here. I was like, who the hell is she?
She's a first ever woman's character in Mortal Kombat, baby. She was there in the first one, the blonde.
I wouldn't know.
You never seen any Mortal Kombat because then she was in both Mortal Kombat movies.
I played the arcade game, joystick action.
You gotta know who she is. She's the one that kisses you and you fucking she's the only girl that you kiss and she'll light your ass on fire with her kiss.
All right, well, it looks like we got 57 seconds left, which is perfect. It's almost time to wrap up the show. Thanks for everyone tuning in. It's our second ever episode
Of season 2, not ever.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Woo!
That's what I meant. Second ever episode of season 2. Second ever episode of 2019.
There you go. I like that. Make sure you guys tune in next week. We'll be covering Royal Rumble. Maybe we'll have a live viewing party. Who knows? But until then, it's your boy Lance Winters with the Bullyzone.
And